You don't sit in front of Dame, you gonna rob.
We had a meeting and he was telling Dame like he still got to rob people.
100% lie. 100% lie. Matter of fact, when I got signed to Rockefeller, he wasn't even there. He wasn't even there yet, right? Make a long story short, not even that. Wayno was an intern for Chris and Neef. He would come to Philly, have nowhere to stay at because Chris and Neef be doing their thing. I said, bro, what's up? You gotta come stay at my crib. Come stay at my crib. We got tight. I make sure you cool. I said, bro, you can't ride in the car with me because I might have beef with people. I might get smoked. I don't want you to be in the car with me. I told your mom you're going to be safe. I think I'm being a big brother, right? I come home one day, he on my couch with his socks off. No, mind you, I walk around the crib with my socks on. I'm not African. I'm not Puerto Rican. I don't wear John Clip. I don't wear my feet out. I don't. He got his feet on my couch cushions on my couch, the pillows on my couch. 3 o'clock in the morning, man, where's coming there? So I was young. You know what I mean? I did something dumb. I pushed the 357 over his head 3 times, make him wake up playing around. That's how I used to play back then. I was on some other stuff back then, right? He rolled over on the floor. Oh, why you do that? Why you do that? Make a long story short, but I made sure he was safe. All this. Whenever he was with me, I made sure he was safe. Looked out for him, right? But ever since out of nowhere, he been hating on me. Like, really bona fide hating on me. When he made the first video about me, I said, well, why you saying that? Like, I don't understand. You come out the blue sky, you didn't call me nothing. My son passed away, you ain't saying nothing about me. You know my son. You've been around my son. Then he said, shout to Garcia, shout to Meek. I said, well, how you know Meek? I made him through you. So if you made him through me, why? Then let's talk about Dave East. Let's fast forward to Thursday. Thursday, I called him and said, why you want Vlad TV talking about me? Even Vlad said, I never had a bad.
I've never had a negative experience with Oschino, ever.
Ever. I gotta admit that, right? He like, no, Oschino hurt your love. How am I hurt your love when I never asked you for a dime? You stay in my crib. So let me tell you what I told the Wayno today. I talked to Wayno today. Did I call you first? See, I'm not the boy to be sneaking around talking about you behind your back. I call you first. I called Wayno. I said, Wayno, why you keep talking about me, bro? Why you keep hating on me? Wait. I'm tough. Bro, let's talk about what you talk about Dave East, bro. You said Dave East owe you $109,000, right? Because you're his manager. I didn't hear you make one video about Dave East at all. You know why? I think you're scared to talk about Dave East because he's from Harlem. You from Harlem, you gotta go back home. So it's easy. I'm gonna punch it back. I'm easy to talk about. You said Dave East was dead broke, robbed some girl for $30,000, right? And on top of that, he said, "Oh, listen, this Wayno told me this Thursday, because I called him about the Vlad stuff. I called him like, bro, what's up with you, whatever. I called him and said, I said, Wayno. He said, oh, Dave East didn't have no money. He didn't have a dime. So he asked me, can I suspend my manager fees so he get back on his feet? And he just never paid me, and he cut me off. I said, why he cut you off? Because, he had all these friends around him. They wasn't making him hold him accountable for what he was doing, this, that, and the third. Gossiping, because that's what he do. You gotta understand this, bro. A person that's an A&R can't rap, usually. Wayno can't write a rap to save his life. So for him to talk about who can rap and who can't, for me, it's like, who is you? And now, because he did a little couple days where people think he's somebody bigger than he is. Bonafide hater. Bonafide. He don't even know he's a hater. I'm 50. So listen. So I called him about the Vlad thing. I still was cool. Like, it's my little bro. I love him. Letting it go. As soon as I hung up with him the same day, he got a streaming service about judging people's songs. Somebody sent him a song that I'm supposed to get on. I'm supposed to get on. I'm not even on it. You let Oschino get on it? He's 50 years old. He beat with the whole world. What?
Oschino almost 50 years old. He beefing with everybody on the planet. And you gonna put him, you gonna put him on a song. You know what, man?
Talk to me in my face, DN, hating on Dave East, the whole conversation. They come to me and talk about me on the joint. I didn't even see it. My man said, oh, you see what that Wayno said about you? I said, you lying. I just talked to Wayno on Thursday. He showed me to him. I said, I couldn't believe it. But instead of me getting on here at first, I called him. He's screaming and hollering. He gonna tell me, let's have a conversation with. I said, Wayno, bro, you keep saying
I live with O on 26 in Ellsworth. I will not dispute that. I even said that before.
I said, all right, Wayno, say you didn't live with me. How many nights did you spend the night in my house? I don't know. But mind you, he's light-skinned. I don't like light-skinned feet on my couches, on my pillows, on my couch. I don't care what you got now. People get money now, they forget where they came from. I mean, you wasn't homeless, of course, when you had them out. You might live in the projects, the high-rise of the projects in Harlem. Yeah. If you were so comfortable in your house where you lived at, you would never been in Philly sleeping on people's couches, right? Now, I moved to, mind you, after that, I moved to somewhere else by Lincoln Drive, high-rise. He there. He even said his own mouth. Oh, left a duffel bag of money in there and told me.
I go to this duffel bag. When I go to this duffel bag, I open it up. And in this duffel bag, it's hundreds of $100 bills. Like I'm talking about, the bag is full of $100 bills. I call him. I say, oh, you know that you left this money? He like, yeah, I left the money in there. Take whatever you want.
Listen, it's called Connect Team.